So I'm back down at Roche Abbey, and what I'm going to do is an investigation actually under this bridge today from the other side. You can see the Abbey ruins over there, and what I believe at one bit is this was actually an inner walkway within the actual Abbey itself, and what I think is Capability Brown, or should I call him Calamity Brown, actually rerouted the river actually through the middle of the ruins that he found at the time. It was actually a cover-up of history. Now you can see one side of Roche Abbey if you look at that on the plans, and then you see the other side. It only goes on the plans like about that far back. So they're claiming that was the actual Abbey ruins. They extend from there to there, including the outer buildings over this side. But I understand that they actually covered up a lot of stuff actually under the lake, which is about a quarter mile to the left. There's a waterfall down from there, and same again, that lake was created by Calamity Brown and his cover-up of history. That happened all over the UK at various stately homes. They actually extended the buildings, created them into more a Roman type style, extended the estates and stole the land off the people. So what I'll do is I'll show you up towards Roche Abbey, and I think they've actually raised the ground level probably about 10 foot actually within here. I think all of this lot probably goes down 10 foot, and if that actually, I don't think that's an original wall, and if that goes down 10 foot it will be below the actual water level. If you look at that wall over there, so if that was a room there and that's actually 10 foot lower than what you're really seeing, then that would be below that water level there, which would fit in with my theory. This was an inner walkway and there was actually two entranceways into the field beyond. So I'll go into the field now and show you how the level is actually lower, because the actual water is dropping away here. It's coming towards me at the top end, right up here. There's a cascading waterfall from up there, and I think that was also put in by Calamity Brown. So I'll go into the field now and show you the view from the field. I'm now looking up towards Roche Abbey, the main buildings, and I think this level has actually been raised. I think they've dumped some soil on here. Now people say they couldn't be doing such big engineering projects back then, but they cleared the fens. Fens used to be boggy land, and we're talking about hundreds of miles were actually cleared of water or bogs and made into prime farming land. So they can do amazing things even back then with earth moving, probably using peasants to do the hard work for them. So I reckon that's the river there, line of the river, and it's so easy to move river lines. It could have been somewhere completely different, the river line, or it could have weaved further away from the actual Abbey and then been rerouted back into the Abbey. So if you look at the river at the other side, it's a very straight channel, as though that's been a canal, dug out as a canal rather than actually being a river at the other end. If I get round to that, I'll show you the actual river at the other side of the ruins. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to go down to the river. Hopefully it's not too fast flowing for me. I've had to repair some old wellies to do this, so if it's safe enough to do, I'll walk through the tunnels in my repaired wellies. So I'm now at where I think there was an entranceway into Roche Abbey, and I'm actually going to walk through here and show you. I've been and done the video once and found out it hadn't been recording properly, so I'm going to have to go back in and brave it again. I think I've learnt from my previous video. Now I can actually walk through this without putting my head down. You can see that channel that I showed you from the top, whether that's a drainage channel or whether there's some other reason to let light into this doorway. Then here, if you look at these, just here and just across here, like slightly modern, more newer bricks, where there's something being across here for some reason. Don't know what that is. If you look at the actual base, I don't know if that's a natural bed to the river or it's been concreted by Calamity Brown. So we're now actually coming back out through. You can see what I think would have been another walkway that would have been much lower down, and in the back of there is brickwork. I've just seen the chap who told me about the tunnel further away. You can see really what is that. And if we come a little bit further out, not particularly nice on the bottom, so I don't want to fall down, but give you an idea. That's one, what I would call one entranceway. That's the other entranceway, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down here and just show it you. We're now in the other entranceway, but I can actually walk through this even now without actually pulling my head down. I mean, has the actual base been slightly risen, and then just here, that's rather strange again. These are, why would you actually put these into the holes into the side of a water channel? There's nothing on the other side there. But I definitely think this is a Calamity Brown thing. It's definitely man-made, the actual river base here. But I'm not going to go back that way. I'm going to go back the other way because I had a bit of a struggle when I went back that way before. So you can see that I reckon that was a definite walkway through here. For the second video I'm a bit more pre-prepared on it. I fell a bit on the first one. I didn't realise how deep the water was at that point, and then hopefully I can actually show you a view from the other tunnel. And there's the other tunnel. And then I said, like, those strange things in the wall, what are they for? Well, I do think that the river didn't run through here. I mean, this earth embankment could have been added here because they ran to get from the Abbey out into this large field at some stage, probably to tend animals and things like that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the river at the other end, and you can see it looks more like a canal to me, as though that's not the original route of the river, and probably the river runs a lot further to the left, because behind here, to the left behind here, is a big lake that's been raised up, and I reckon the river ran right round there and much further to the left. But like I said, I'll get round to the other side and we'll get back through here, okay? I've seen people bathing in this, but it reminds me of my days when I was a kid at Scarborough. I don't particularly like going in sewage if there's any sewage coming down there. So I'm just going to wash my feet in the lake above, and I'll actually... So I'm on the other side of Roche Abbey, and this is the river coming in. And this will actually come down that channel that you actually saw at the other end that I was actually in. I think the waterfall that comes from the other lake as well drops down onto this river somewhere and joins it. But I think this has all been moved around to actually give the appearance that the actual river originally flowed where it's now flowing through Roche Abbey. So that's the end of my video. If I see anything more interesting about this water coming in to the Abbey, I'll let you know. But it's really strange this morning when I woke up, the sky was really looking like it was going to rain, but there was no forecast to rain, and guess what, it's raining. So I could get soaked going back home. So that's it, over and out from Roche Abbey, unless I find how the rest of the water is actually coming in to this river from the actual cascading water from the upper lake. So I'm now at the top lake that Calamity Brown constructed, and you can see this waterfall, and you can see how realistic this river is from it. So I'm not sure how this engineering project went ahead, whether the river came down here and this is actually the original route of the river, or this is the constructed route of the river and it went elsewhere. But somewhere this joins the river I showed you at the other end of Roche Abbey, and then it flows down through Roche Abbey. So anybody's guess is how they reconstructed all this waterway around here. So that's the end of my video, but I'm sure on Google Maps it will show you the actual rivers around Roche Abbey and where they're coming from. You can make your own mind up as it completely been rerouted the river through Roche Abbey rather than round Roche Abbey how it was originally.